but I'm on a very strict energy diet right now. Being selfish allowed me to heal in peace.
And me also not making sure I was good, because I was so focused on making sure that they was good that I was convinced that me making sure that they was good had me good.
Fucking, you didn't know. Like, I'm not telling you guys this to beat you up. Yeah, you are a super mover. A super mover. Peace, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I am DeeVine, your favorite sensual, spiritual rap goddess. And today I am back with another video. Today I wanted to do something a little different and come to you all with a brief chit chat. You know, like get in my zone, get in my vibe, smoke a little zaw, get the vibes right, get the energy right. You know, put on my head wrap, you know what I'm saying, to activate the crown chakra. And yeah, and have like some real ass, and talk to y'all about some real shit that's on my mind. Today, I'm really not sure what this video is for, but I will say that when I got up this morning, I had the bright idea to do this video, and something told me, like, when you get off work, make time to do that video. Now, mind you, I had things going on today, but I said, you know what? Something is telling me to make this video and put it out ASAP. So that's what, you know, one thing about me, I'm gonna listen to the spirit. I do want to say before we get into the video that if you guys do hear like a lot of wind in the background, it is definitely Goddess Oya, so don't be alarmed. You know, she likes to like make herself known when she's in the building. No, but seriously though, like the wind outside of my apartment it makes itself known. Okay, my guests every time come over here like I never heard wind like that, and if you know, you know. If you know, you know. But I'm gonna save that for another video. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the fact that like you need to be selfish with yourself, your resources, and everything you have going on with yourself right now. You need to be selfish right now. Your success, your family's success, these generational curses that you're trying to break, it requires that you be selfish right now and save the selflessness for later. Here's the thing. We all know, like, especially us coming up in our families and stuff. And I will say that for these videos, I don't plan to like create a script and, you know, make this anything formal. I really want to make this like I'm talking to my homegirl, homeboy, whatever. And we just having some real ass conversations. And so, you know, expect it to be very casual, because one thing about me, I can talk, okay, especially when I'm like comfortable in a safe space, you know what I'm saying, and I really know the person, or if I'm by myself, I can ramble. If you know, you know. So I do want to say that, so it might, just bear with me, and I'm high, but you know, I had to ascend so that we can ascend through this conversation. But anyway, so growing up, many of us, we see our mothers be so selfless, just with themselves, taking care of the family, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the husband, the father, and taking care of the children, and sometimes working, and really just draining themselves dry. And you just realize that we never really get to see, or we never really got to see our mothers, you know, follow their dreams and really thrive. And for those of us that may have been able to, you're blessed, okay? Give gratitude, because a lot of us did not get to experience that. We, women, a lot of times are told that when they have children that they have to sacrifice. They have to put the children first, and they're not able to pour into themselves. But like we all know, and I'm sure we're tired of hearing, but I'm gonna say it, and everybody else gonna keep saying it every time, is that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can't expect to keep filling up other people's cup if yours is never replenished. And if you're not replenishing it, then nobody else is, because you're too busy replenishing everybody else's cup. And the thing about everybody else, they know what's up. They are already being selfish, because, you know, and they're focused on themselves and what's been provided to them. Unfortunately, that's just the way of the world that we live in. But if you really want to accomplish everything that you want to accomplish, You got to be a little bit selfish. And the thing about selfish is that it has such a negative connotation attached to it, when the truth of the matter is that you being selfish is not a bad thing. It's just going to show that you're putting yourself and your health and your well-being first, so that you can be good for yourself, so that in return you can pour into everyone else and show up for everybody else from a filled cup. Because at the end of the day, we are not supposed to complete one another. We're supposed to complement one another, you know, just a little accessory, you know. But I'm supposed to already be able to be fulfilled and full in who I am, authentically in my pure state, without anything else from others. So you got to ground yourself and pour into yourself. And unfortunately right now, right now, it's important for you to be selfish. It's important for you to be selfish and put yourself first, put your desires first, put your dreams first. And this isn't a bad thing. Like I said, it's all about perception. Other people that are selfish and so focused on themselves, and from an egotistical standpoint, and not from a place of love, those are the ones that will typically make you feel bad. When the truth of the matter is, misery loves company. When I was younger, I remember just thinking about like coming up, right? I came from a family of humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? We had access to more, but because of things like mindset and resources and environment and things like that, and also just really just the paradigm, you know, really forced, you know, us to live a life of less than. However, that did not have to be the case. And I'm saying that because everybody was convinced that they needed to make these sacrifices for the sake of the greater good. But the real sacrifice that we all have to make sometimes is putting ourselves first, so that we can make sure that we are pouring from a full-filled cup. And that's just like real shit. So like I said, when I came up, you know, I'm a beginner, I went to the military, and I'm like, look, I was just so ready to get away from home, y'all. Like, I was ready. I said, look, I'm about to jump on the first train smoking. It just so happened the first bus smoking was the Navy. That was not my original plan. I was supposed to be going to FAMU. I was supposed to be a dancer at FAMU and go to school for pharmacy. Because I had got accepted into a program that allows you to get your master's in pharmacy in 5 years. I can't say like, damn, I really fumbled the bag, but at the end of the day, I knew that I wasn't meant to work a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But when I joined the military, right, I'm thinking to myself, look, I'm about to just go do something for myself. And it was pretty impulsive. And I get there, and because I am a Pisces, like, I have like four placements in Pisces. And if you know anything about Pisces, when they're lower evolved self, their unbalanced, immature self, we can be people pleasers. I can admit that I went through my whole phase of people pleasing and wanted to make sure that everybody else was around me, and really had myself convinced that if everybody around me was good, then I was good. When the truth of the matter is, if I'm good and everybody else is good, that energy reciprocates and everybody good. But me being good depended a lot on me making sure that everybody else around me was good, when they didn't give a shit about whether I was good or not, and I didn't give a shit about whether I was good or not, because I was convinced that me giving a shit about whether they good made me feel good.
Of course I fucked up. Who never fuck up? Hands in the air. No hands.
So who was always getting the short end of the stick? Me. And I found myself, you know, like really draining myself dry. Like I would get my shirt off my back, give you my last dollar because I knew I was like just gonna figure it out. Because I always just felt protected before I even was like really hip to like, you know, your ancestors, spirit guides really being with you in this journey through life. I was still already convinced that like I'm protected, God got me, you know what I'm saying? The team got me right here. You know, I knew before I knew. But again, it forced me to go through a hell of a lot of things that could have been prevented. And now here I am at my little big age, just started to put myself in a place where I'm putting myself first. I'm putting my desires first. I'm putting my wants first. I'm putting my needs first. I'm putting my dreams first. Because the sooner that we put ourselves first, the quicker we can go back and put our hands down and lift others up. But the thing is, when you're trying to lift others up while you're also trying to get up, you slow that process. And not only do you slow that process, you make it to a point where a lot of times you will never even get there, because you will drain yourself dry to the point where you have nothing else to give, because you depleted your cup so much that now you dehydrated. You got to go get on the fucking IV and get fluids pumped into your system, and now you're trying to get back to good health. Don't do that to yourself. It is important for you to be selfish right now, not tomorrow, not after you make sure everybody else good, but right now. Then we can make sure everybody else good. It's just like when you get on planes, they tell you, hey, put your mask on. I don't care if you got a kid sitting next to you. Put your mask on first and then help the person next to you. Because you can't help the person next to you if you're not good. And it's the same way in life as it is in that scenario. As it is in the scenario about pouring from an empty cup. Me being selfless had me not being pleased in the bedroom. And making sure that the other person was always pleased and satisfied, and them never, for the most part, making sure that I was good. And me also not making sure I was good, because I was so focused on making sure that they was good that I was convinced that me making sure that they was good had me good. But I wasn't good. I mean, y'all, I was out here I'm really about to expose myself, but like I said, we family. I was out here, you know what I'm saying, being sexually active and not even ever for a long time, and not experiencing an orgasm, not knowing what that was. Being selfless had me out here congested, okay? Had me out here congested, okay? Being selfless had me insecure as well, and jealous, and you know, and just not being a good partner for myself or for the people that I was in a relationship with, because I was so focused on making sure that they was good while they was also focused on making sure that they was good, and it just wasn't it wasn't giving what it needed to give. Because the thing about it, regardless of who you're with, man or woman, them, they, he or she, nobody wants to be with a person that is not full in themselves. We not trauma bonding no more. We not completing niggas no more. We're complimenting them. We're meeting them where they are, not their potential. Okay? And in order for you to reach your potential and get to where you need to be a little bit selfish right now. I'm sorry, Pooh. I know, like, it sucks, because you're gonna go through that phase where people are gonna be like, oh, you're so self-centered, you're so selfish, you don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. But guess what? When you get to where you're going and you go back and help them out, it's all gonna make sense, and then they'll understand why you had to be selfish, and they're gonna wish they were selfish a little bit sooner too. It's important that you be a little bit selfish right now. You know what I'm saying? Me being selfless had me just doing stuff for other people that were not reciprocating any form of energy or anything back towards me. And the thing about it, like, it's okay to help other people out, especially the people you love, the people in your life that you care about. It's okay to help other people out, but you got to make sure that you're still being compensated in some way, shape, or form. Period. Like, you can do something for nothing, but at the same time, there should still be something, whether it's like a feeling because you feel like you did something good for somebody who you know is going to be very appreciative of it, who's going to be grateful, who's going to not allow your work, your help to go in vain. You know what I'm saying? Me being selfless had me settling for credit when I could have got a check. When I actually could have got a check. Like, it's one thing when the money or the resources or the compensation, the financial compensation is not there, there's a burden. There's one thing for where it's not there and you're just doing it out of love because you want to see your people win. But it's another thing when it's there, but it's being spent in other places with people that know their worth. But we're not doing that this year. We're not settling for credit. We want checks. Period. I just said that earlier today, and now I'm holding on to that statement. Listen, I don't care about credit. I don't give a fuck about the credits. I want to check. Because guess what? Me being selfless had me starting over financially from zero time and time again. And not because of my own financial, debts and things that I had going on, but because that was the ripple effect, right? But because I was so busy dishing out to everybody around me and not investing in myself, not investing in my well-being, my future, my goals, my dreams. Y'all, being selfless had me losing everything. Lost my apartment, lost my car, lost friends, you know what I'm saying, had to go back home and move in with a friend because I was so selfless. And guess what? I was stuck with zero and had nothing else to give. Nothing to give but my love, my gratitude, because thank you. Me being selfless had me going the fuck through it. Depressed, distressed. Your future, your happiness, your joy requires that you be a little selfish right now. Now, here's the thing about selfishness. There's a method to the madness, and it's important that you do it effectively. You being selfish doesn't mean that you're being rude and disrespectful and you just being egotistical and just thinking you're better than everybody else. That's one thing. But when I say be selfish, meaning if you don't want to do something, and if you do it, it's going to make you feel like shit, don't do it. Simple as that. Because your mental health is counting on that. If you don't want to go somewhere, don't go. I'll catch you on the flip side. I don't feel like clubbing tonight. Y'all have fun. It's all love, though. I still love you. I promise. I promise. I promise. Being selfish means that if you don't have it to spend for real, to spare, if you don't have it times 2 after it's paid for, don't spend it. If it's gonna put you in a financial burden because of somebody else, don't do it. Baby girl, baby boy. Your abundance requires that you be a little bit selfish right now. If it makes you feel like shit, if it's not good energy, if it's giving you negativity, if it makes you feel tension and anxious, don't force yourself to suffer. If you're not happy and sorry y'all, but if you're not happy and they're not making you happy and you finding that you can't even make yourself happy right now, be a little selfish. Spend a little time alone. Get to know yourself better. Evolve. Elevate. Upgrade your energy. Upgrade your vibrations. And get better for yourself, because guess what? Not only is your future self counting on it, but your future partner and your future family is too. Because you don't want to have to put your kids through the same thing you went through, because unfortunately your parents, which we give them grace, now that we know, because your parents didn't put themselves first and they took it out on you. And you had to suffer with less than. You had to suffer and watch your parents suffer and not be happy and not be fulfilled in their lives. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit selfish. If it's not killing nobody, it's okay. I promise they're gonna be fine. But did you die? No. You will be okay. I promise. I promise. Like, being selfish is the best decision that I could have ever made for myself these past couple years of my life. Like, because being selfless had me being in relationships that were not equally yoked. Honey, very much 80-20. Fucking going through it, walking, like trying to come up for air and like fucking can't breathe. Friendships that were not equally yoked. Friendships that were purely transactional because everybody's values were different. While they valued money or whatever the case may be, you valued love and quality time. But y'all wasn't loving each other at each other's love language. Because you didn't care about what, not only, I ain't gonna say you didn't care, you didn't know. You didn't know. Like, I'm not telling you guys this to beat you up. This is just your reminder that this year and going forward, until we ourselves are in a better place where we can extend our hands and help everybody else out as much as we really would love to. Like, the one thing I say all the time, I can't wait to be wealthy so I can circulate the wealth. But in order for me to get there, I gotta be a little selfish right now. Because guess what selfishness allowed me to do? Selfishness allowed me to get myself in a more comfortable state. Not comfortable, but a more stable state. Me being selfish put myself in a better spiritual space. Allowed me to shift my paradigm. Allowed me to align my chakras. Allowed me to do all that shadow work that I was trying to do while not being selfish, and it just didn't work. It allowed me to heal. Being selfish allowed me to heal in peace so that I can love from a full cup. So again, I don't know who needs to hear this, but be a little bit selfish right now. Let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about this topic. Like, what's going on with y'all? Are you being selfish with your time right now, with your energy right now? Are you being selfish? Or are you being selfless? Or are you in a space where you can comfortably be selfless without deteriorating your own energy and lifestyle? Or are you in a place where you found that, damn, maybe I have been selfless and I'm still not happy? I'm actually even more depressed because I've been so selfless and I don't feel none of it being reciprocated back towards me. And I still find that I'm not in a good state in my life. Do it. Do it. Don't ask me what I'm talking about. Do it. You know what I'm talking about. If you want to do it, do it. Do it. We doing it this year because we want to do it. And we not going if we don't want to go. That don't mean I don't fuck with you. That don't mean I don't support you. I can support you from far away with love. But I'm on a very strict energy diet right now. And it's important for me to be in shape. More important than it is for me to make sure that you're in shape while I continue to be overweight energetically. So we gotta stop doing this to ourselves. Self-inflicted wounds. This shit is real. Again, I am DeeVine, your favorite sensual spiritual rap goddess. And thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Please, if you like this video, please like it and comment below. Let me know your thoughts. If you like these chit chats, if you want some more. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you like the content, if you like the vibes. Looking forward to having more chit chats with you all and continuing to heal as we go through it, grow through it, and glow through it all. Peace.